know what we can get into though? Big sporting weekend. I don't know if you guys are racing fans.
Love sports.
Oh, okay. Stop mugging us. You're mugging us off, bro. I see your dry humour. Hilarious. I love sports. Lewis Hamilton, the streets are saying he was robbed of his record-breaking 8th Formula 1 championship win.
Yeah.
So he would have beaten. He's tied with Michael Schumacher.
Yeah.
He's got the record for the most amount of race wins, just as accumulated number. But like championships, he's tied with Michael Schumacher. And if he'd won on the weekend, he would have been number 8. I'm not going to pretend to be the biggest racing fan, but I think I have a decent amount of knowledge and we can have a chat. Do you... Quickly, does everyone know what we're talking about?
Yeah. So, I mean,
you love sports.
If I'm just going to put my take in there, my 2 pence. I think it was really telling, Sir Bernie Ecclestone, his point about not wanting Lewis to win for the 8th time because he felt like Schumacher deserved it. Yeah, and I just think it just really highlights the bias that's in the sport. Yeah, that's my take, guys. What do you guys think?
I can't lie.
Even though mugging us off.
To follow along, the point she raised is quite valid because Bernie Ecclestone came out with his dry skin, to say
whoa, bro. What's going
on, you're moisturised, bro. Look at all your shining the light. Are you even brown or gold? I don't know.
Whoa, shining.
You looking like my Captain Morgan in the cup, bro. I don't even know.
Bling bling.
Come on, man.
Bling bling.
Bling blah.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. When I'm talking about these crusty guys, don't involve yourself.
Okay, thank you. Keep affirming, my brother. Keep affirming me.
But seriously though, Bernie, that video was crazy, man. How can you come out and say you don't want the record to be broke?
But sometimes you hear things like, did he really say that? But I'm like, I actually like you said that because on one end, I do understand the romanticism, if that's the right word, of like, was the Schumacher he's still in a coma. He had that mad accident skating, I think it was.
Skiing or something.
Skiing accident. And he's still been, obviously the family keep it quite tight. We don't know what's too much going on, but like, he's still not in the best state, innit? So from a romantic point of view, keep the record. But records are there to be broken, innit? And Lewis Hamilton's active, and I'm a black man. I want to see him win. So I want to see the record be broken, and he's been shutting shit down. Obviously, this probably been the closest championship in years, where he's got like a proper rival throughout the whole thing, because they've been pretty much neck and neck throughout the whole season. But the fact my man came out and said it then kind of lends to conspiracy theory of, did they do everything they could do in their power to ensure that he didn't get the championship?
Yeah, but they did. My mum actually said it on Saturday that no matter what happens tomorrow, Lewis can't win.
Oh, so your mum called it?
She said it. She said he's not going to win.
So why do you phone the man so he start placing bets, bro? What's going on?
She said, number one, the record, they're not going to want it to be broken.
Okay.
Number two, the way the whole season has gone, they've shifted barriers mad, if you've watched it. You've been following, right?
Yeah.
Verstappen, there was a time when he's been quite a dangerous driver. Like
crazy driver.
He knocked Lewis off the tracks and that.
Brake checking.
He didn't obviously get overly get checked about it.
Bro, there's actually a Verstappen rule. Literally what Chrissy said. In the brake zone, he's doing zigzags. In the brake zone.
That's
Crazy.
I was reading that him and his dad have got into trouble before for stuff when he was younger. He's like quite a rogue driver.
Because he jumped from Formula 3 to Formula 1. Yeah. So he's not a champion. So everyone that's in Formula 1 right now is a champion. Okay. Even if they're 20th, P20, they're literally a champion. They've won Formula 3, Formula 2, and they got to Formula 1. Yeah. He just got Formula 3 straight to Formula 1. Yeah. So he doesn't have the culture of...
He wants to win at all costs.
Yeah. So he's just a madman.
Yeah.
Who's determined.
But then, okay, cool. As much as like our bias is Lewis and that, does that not also make for a more interesting championship? Because as much as like, I want Lewis to break the record, I've never been someone that just like wants someone to just dominate all the way through. Like
why not? Why though? My mum said that. Why?
Because sports all about competition.
Yeah, but if a man is good, he's good. Even the best.
No, but after a while, it does get boring. It's like people don't like people to see overly winning. That's okay, cool. There's people that have definitely said, I've heard stuff like, I just something about Lewis, I don't like him. I know what it is. He's black, innit? He's evade tax. A lot of those guys in F1 are domicile. I don't know if they base themselves in Monaco, innit? That's how they get around. So it's not that, innit? A lot of people do that. It's because he's black. But I do understand the competitive stuff where it's like, you don't want someone to look at football, for example, in a minute. Like she used reference Klopp as I'm a Man United fan. Man United fan my whole life. We've always been winning. But the league definitely got better and got more interesting when Mourinho came about. We had the Wenger years, and obviously you've got City now, Liverpool. Like it's a more
but
interesting.
they didn't cheat to win. They didn't shift the rules of football.
No,
they
of course.
didn't change or add anything to make them lot win. They just got better managers.
Yeah.
Verstappen literally got the grace of the race constructors, and they literally changed the rule in 20 seconds.
I said, let's break it down. So what happened when there was I think there's like 3 or 4 laps to go. There was a crash, if I'm right. And they bring out, when there's a crash, they bring out a safety car. And everyone's got to drive at the speed of the safety car until they've cleared the car and the debris and make sure it's safe. And then once that's done, you can get back to racing normally, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Once the safety car's exited the track. But I think it was, a lap or 2 to go?
There was 5 laps to go.
Okay.
It came out at 5. And then, obviously, the safety car was meant to finish the race.
Yeah.
Lewis was 11 seconds ahead of Verstappen at the time of the crash.
They should never have caught him.
So he should never have caught him. What happens? Safety lap leaves with 1 lap to go.
Yeah.
Verstappen is right next to him.
And he...
Wheel to wheel with brand new tyres.
Yeah. But it also, okay, cool. So I'm gonna link it back to the Euros recently,
Yeah.
When I felt like Gareth Southgate was very conservative, almost a bit shook. Like you're in a final, you're at home, you've got the home crowd on side. Now's the time to take a risk. Throughout the whole race, from what I've seen, they kept Lewis on hard tires.
Yeah.
He didn't come in at any point for a pit stop. You know, he's that mad fasting, and all the guys are mad quick and that. Yeah. I love when I sound like brother in like 8 seconds, bro. I'm like,
that's amazing stuff.
Fam, you lot are efficient, bro. Yeah. I never get this treatment at Quick Fit. Like you man are efficient, bro. He didn't come in. Verstappen's on newer tires, so you didn't take. You was a bit too pragmatic because you felt you was going to win. So, can any of the blame be laid at his team a little bit
100%.
for not doing that? Listen, I'm always down for conspiracy theory, but I try to look at all angles. Like, where's this gone wrong,
bro? I think less of the conspiracy, more of it's in our eyes, bro. It's what's been going on.
Okay, so it's just they're cheating the black
man
in front of us.
They cheated the black man in front of us, and he didn't help himself. Simple.
So what's the actual rule? So the rule should have been that for
everyone's
clarity,
meant to unlap themselves, but only 5
and
cars
what's unlapping?
So basically, when Lewis and Verstappen are doing their thing, they're the best. So they're lapping people.
Yeah.
So there's
guys in like 20th place and they've gone past.
Yeah, they've gone past them. So you have to unlap yourselves, get out of the way, and kind of restart the race.
Yeah. But in the same positions you were in, basically.
Yeah, but it didn't happen like that. So, and then the race conductor just said, "Yeah, go ahead. Doesn't matter. F it. Finish."
Yeah.
It was just a 1 lap. Whoever's better, win.
But does this, like, so for like the casuals now, does this not make the peak the interest for F1 for next year? Because now if Lewis is meant to become, if I'm him, you'll come back bigger, better and stronger. Because if he wins next year, he gets number 8 and he can forever say that everyone knows what's up. I should really be on 9, really, because you saw what happened last year. And I don't think he will say that, because I also feel like he's been, and it's easy for me to say in my shoes, I'm not being in his. He's never really come out and like been too vocal. He kind of handled it quite well, like almost like Better Man One. Kind of, he didn't do certain press conferences. Just kind of just took it on the chin.
He had to.
Because he can't.
What can he do?
What's he gonna do? Be upset?
Yeah, cry.
But if we're all saying this, can you just come out and say that, yo? Because a lot of I see Piers Morgan, Gary Lineker, a lot of big, a lot of celebs, a lot of people online were saying that, yo, how can this rule just change today? Like clearly, a lot of people saying that he was robbed.
Yeah, he was. It was literally, I put a football analogy on Twitter, and it went crazy because casuals really didn't understand what happened.
Yeah.
So this is what I said. I said, Lewis Hamilton was 3-0 up, 90th minute. 3 added minutes on, injury time, yeah? The ref said, next goal wins. The ref gives Max a penalty for an outside the box foul, and then Max scores and wins the game. That's exactly what happened.
Bro, that breakdown's crazy. Outside the box foul, you got a penalty. Man gave you every opportunity to win.
That's how unfair it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And why it's even more scary and crazy with F1 is like, on a track, you've only got like a couple spaces where you can actually overtake. Like overtaking is like, that's why it's such a big deal, because it's a skill to it, and there's only so many instances in a race where it can happen, innit? Especially when like you've got so many people on the grid, people super close. Like listen, I'm here. I believe he was robbed in that, but I just want to at least entertain the conversation at the other end a little bit and see like, what could they have done? Do you think they're gonna appeal?
They did appeal. They got shut down straight away.
Or do you think they're gonna go back? That's what
Bro, they shouldn't. Just let it be what it is. Hamilton's the best driver. We know this.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
So does he win next year as a certainty?
100%. Bro, he has the best car, bro, and he's the best driver. Well, it's a no-brainer.
And it's mad though, as much as like, because F1 ain't even fair, bruv. It's not, because there's good drivers lower down the grid, but they're not backed financially, but like a Mercedes or a Red Bull and that, you know. And that's always been like the one thing I've clocked with Lewis Hamilton is that like they don't want to give him his accolades. People always bring up the car, but the best drivers have always had the best cars. Michael Schumacher had the best car. Like, people always had the best cars. If you're top, it's like people get onto like Guardiola and certain managers. If you're a top level manager, you're going to be at a top club and you're going to have money to spend. That's just the game of football at the minute. You know, you get the odd anomaly here or there, and what then happens? You have a good season, you leave and go to a bigger club where you're going to get money to spend, innit? So,
I do feel like Lewis Hamilton's a bit smart though, because I've been watching F1 for a long time.
Yeah, go for it. Let's talk, man.
And I feel like he just recently learned that he was black. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that Hamilton. I followed this guy from when he was just starting 13.
But what are the markers for you of someone like being black?
I know what you're gonna say. Like, I can't judge someone's blackness, but he literally didn't want to be us. Like, he disassociated himself from everything.
Is it like speaking out against injustices? And
he didn't do anything, bro. He was dating white women. He was, bro.
So he was fucking these white women.
He wasn't doing all this. The stuff he's doing now.
What you saying? Now he's got hair,
bro. Come on, come on. I know people are gonna shout at me, but I don't care, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Shout back, man.
But he literally just learned in the last 3-4 years that the black, they love me. Like, he's an icon. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but he hasn't always been this guy. So I feel like a lot of my thing is kind of capped.
Also, it's like it's like I don't want to overly support he's a black because you only came to the party a little bit late, but you still came to the party though.
He came to the party, and I allow people to grow. I love when people grow and learn from their mistakes, but at the same time,
because much as we say he's a black person, you can by being technical definition, he's mixed race.
Oh, is it? I didn't know his mom was white.
Like, I don't want to project into my man, but like, what side do you claim? Identity crisis. How also were you raised in it? What space are you in? And is it just a blackness thing, or is it purely a money thing? Because man can be disassociated, detached from us. You're one of you're top few % in the world, bro. Like,
I hear that, but so Storms.
Levels though, bro. I want to put Stormzy in the Lewis Hamilton, not yet. I wish that for him, but
he's close.
It wouldn't surprise me, but
it's close enough.
There's probably people listening to this thinking, reach.
I hear that, bro. He's in the top 1%.
Jordan logo.
He's in the top 1%. Stormzy's in the top 1% of the UK. Honest.
Of course. He's
the top 1%.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of things.
Because it's hard to have that stance if you then at the same time it's like you want to see people grow, you want to see people evolve, innit?
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
why I don't
and
really
also it's
think
like a lot of people have come to their I don't know what I don't even like using the term woke because that's been used as a thing to like flog us with, innit? But
consciousness.
The George Floyd stuff that happened throughout lockdown. We're in our house. We're working from home. We have a lot more time. We're taking a lot of information. Social media's there. People are giving you this little bit of info. You're reading up on this. So some people came to they're coming to Jesus moment at different time than you, innit?
Anyway, it's deeper than.
Anyway. No, it is. But it's just a conversation. It's not. There is no right or wrong. It's like, I can even hear you having that internal battle because like you want to flog someone, but at the same time, you can't be mad at someone if they either didn't know.
But he's here because they didn't want him. They didn't take him in.
Yeah.
He's still the outcast. 8 championships, bro. I mean 7 championships, bro. Or is it 8? Sorry.
7.
7 championships, bro.
Yeah.
He's the best. He should be. Do you get it? But
apparently he's meant to be getting a knighthood today.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And that's mad because I'm sure they probably planned that for him to be. He was meant to win and then record breaker, come and get a knighthood.
No, he got it last year actually, but there was no ceremony.
So okay,
he's doing the ceremony tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So, but it's an element of like British culture. We don't embrace winners, bro. People still talk about Tim Henman. He was a fucking loser, bro. He's a scrub, bro. No, he's a scrub. In terms of sport terms, we respect winners, bro. It's not Henman Hill. It's Murray Mount, bro.
Yeah, big up Murray.
And
he's actually a loser.
Bro, no, he was.
He was a loser. No. He was a loser.
Donny getting semi-finals, getting all our hopes up and that. I'm all sitting there thinking, this might be the year. And the man getting spanked by Pete Sampras and that.
0 athleticism.
Yeah.
0. He made me think,
I could do tennis.
I did tennis because of him. I actually did tennis.
That's hilarious.
That's what's funny.
Yeah. It's just a British thing as well. We don't like winners. And also with Lewis as well, like he had the whole thing in Saudi and he wore the helmet with the rainbow flag on there. And some people saying the Saudis are like, rah, you think you're gonna come to our country
yoink,
and then go and win? Like,
you're
you're
gonna
crazy.
win with that.
Yeah, so it's hard as well because there's an expectation on you when you are a high profile individual to speak out and everything. And if you don't speak, we're gonna have conversations like this where like people maybe question who you are. Are you detached? Are you a person of the people? But it's hard to be someone like a man of the people when you can buy RM watches and you live in Monaco. Like, bro, you can't be an around the way don when you're over there with the 1%.
I think you can.
It's hard. I don't.
You can.
Okay, cool. I cannot. There's no right or wrong here. Like, for a conversation, it's not me just trying to like nitpick at you. Are there some examples of people that come to mind that you feel have done that? So they're over there with the Lewis Hamiltons, etc. 1%, but they still feel like an around the way don or a man of the people.
Kevin tries, even though I don't like him.
Who's that? What, Kevin?
Hart.
Okay.
He tries.
Cool.
I feel like I'm struggling to think on the spot, but there's a couple of people that do try.
I thought you would have jumped to like a Stormzy. He still gives me like a man of the people vibe.
Yeah, that goes without saying though.
Yeah. Definitely one of the people.
I think when someone's a man of the people, it doesn't mean they have to be
there.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just have their presence felt.
Yeah,
there, right?
what they're doing with what they can do. Do you know what I mean? How their mindset and how they apply all the things that they've attained. I think that's something very different, which is why I think you can be that still.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because just if you attain new shit, you're not gonna stay doing the same shit. You're gonna
of course not.
try and prove other things. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's definitely possible. I don't even think it's necessarily difficult. It's just what you want to do.
It's what you care about, bro. If you got more resources, you will do the things you want to do to a higher level.
It's simply that.
It's just about what you care about, and it just shows what certain people care about, and that's fine. I'm not holding everyone to a standard. Do what you want, but I'm not going to respect it.
That's fair.
I don't have to.
Mine's gonna probably be it's America, but then he's not on the level of a Lewis Hamilton, but he gives me like a Renaissance man vibes. Killer Mike in America. He's still very much in the community. He's a wealthy individual, innit? By like percentages in terms of like earning extra business. All that. Got the barbershop, got the seafood place, that building that he bought with T.I. Like he does stuff in his community, and an international recording artist who's on tour with Run the Jewels. His partner in that. So it's like you're doing all these things. You're successful. And you're having your moment. We had the whole Netflix series he had as well, but. Right or wrongly, I still feel like he's someone that his presence will be felt in the ends where he's from, and you probably could still see him as well, type of thing. Because sometimes we need to see people, but then it's shit because you can go to extended conversation and talk about like your Nipseys and your Young Dolphs and stuff, and then you can be in your ends too much, and your ends kills you. So it's shit, innit? So yeah, it's a hard one, innit?
Randomly, shout out Nines, yeah.
Go on.
Big up, Nines.
Fuck yeah, it's Christmas time, but remember when Nines got everyone turkeys and that?
Yeah, because man, moving like Frank Lucas. But I love it, but that's just like niggas watching too much film. You ain't Frank Lucas, man. Chill out, man.
Big up Nines, man. He's living his dreams, bro.
That's a madness. This was on fucking.
I remember the JD shutdown when he took all the kids to JD. Yeah. He bought everybody grills and stuff. You know,
he was 19 at the time, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Does that not show what he cares about?
This wasn't Nines now, blood. That was Nines then.
Then he has way more money now.
Like,
okay.
Do you get me?
That's my point.
Are you in his bank?
No, he gave me a gift card.
Oh, you
Selfridges gift card, £200. Because he cares.
What did he shit like that?
What did I buy? I gave it to my mom.
Come on,
fuck it,
you live long.
I told you I'm romantic.
Romance isn't just.
Chrissy, you knew I didn't hear that. She wanted to hear Valentino. I gave it to my mom because I really love her.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada.
So if I had a girlfriend, I would have given it to my girl, but I give it to my mom.
Come on, man.
Because she's next.
Come on.
See it there?
You're gonna be somebody.
You're gonna be somebody's wife soon. Oh, maybe you are now. Maybe the time is 9 o'clock.
What are you saying? We got to wrap this up for you.
Who's it?
Stutter.
Can you face your microphone, please?
Yeah, shout out Nines, man. Doing stuff for the community. Is you saying that Fecky's got his turkey drive?
Yes,
and I think was it last year was the first time he did it, and he's got it again this year as well. So yeah, all that stuff's good in it. So like. You got to start somewhere, innit? So,
and you know, I just wanted to highlight, Nines did that a very long time ago. As much as man can say it was done for whatever reasons, but he done it, innit? Like,
and people can say, "Oh, he did it. What did you do?" You know,
and like, you see, being someone to receive something, bro. In the end of the day, you even give a shit why, bro, because it's just a banging gesture. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it comes from a positive place, one way or another. Like, things like that are banging.
Yeah, the people in the community that got that turkey, they need that for Christmas, innit?
Bro. Yeah, turkeys ain't cheap, bro.
No, facts. When Christmas time comes around,
he had a truck load of turkeys, bro.
Man was really flying birds.
Nah.
'Cause that was another conversation on the timeline. People saying that you shouldn't have jollof rice on your plate on Christmas Day.
What?
Anti-black.
Yeah, they're like, can you not just
I'll
let
be
the
honest
rest
with you, I don't
rest
pay
for one day?
about that.
That's
People, no. Eat what you want at Christmas, man.
like white people eat roast dinner. They eat every Sunday, literally, and they eat at Christmas.
Essentially, what
but it's different. You get stuffing this time.
Oh yeah,
pigs in blankets, like the trimmings and that. But for the most part, the base of the meal is pretty much the same.
That doesn't support my point.
Babylon blankets, you know.
Oh, bro.
I'm so sorry.
I write that down. Instead of being cheeky to me, make yourself useful and write something down. You thought you was going to come here on an RNA episode with that cuffling energy? Shout out to all the cufflings out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did Babylon and blankets?
Mm-hmm.
Babylon and blankets. I like Chrissy. She keeps me honest in that. Yeah.
Question: Who here is part of like the preparation for Christmas dinner?
Breakfast only.
You know them ones.
Nah. After that, I'm playing game. I'm outside.
Of course.
Mom, is he ready?
Of course. You
I gave you that fucking voucher.
In it. Yeah. Beat me to it.
Yeah. Oh, Chrissy's not happy that I gave my mum a gift. She wanted me to spend it on myself.
Are you one of them?
So she can attack me.
Are you one of them hating babes that like, if my mum was here, you want to sit in the front seat? My mum's here. You give me that energy.
Are you sick? I'm a Nigerian woman.
So you sit in the back?
100. Mommy, come in, please. Relax
Oh,
yourself.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like. See, this is what
I couldn't like in good conscience. Just even if it wasn't my partner's mum, I couldn't in good conscience. Just I sound like a proper pick me, innit?
You ran or you're picking cotton in the picnic garden.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Fols. The way Fols is looking at me, he's looking at me like you fucking pick me.
Coin is going through the roof after yesterday.
But
it's up and it's stuck.
Up and it's up. When it's up, it's up.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. But that's just because I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like,
it's because of how we're raised traditionally.
Yeah, like my body would be doing somehow.
Am I preparing Christmas food?
Anything, any aspect.
Let me not even. I'll be watching the Lamb overnight and that. That's my job the last couple of years.
Watching the Lamb.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Overnight.
I can't sleep if my cooker's on, if my oven's on, innit? So I'm just there.
Okay, context.
In front of the oven, watching the Lamb. Yeah. All right. Keep cooking.
No, but what do you not think he was doing otherwise?
These lot are sick, you know.
Yeah.
They thought I was in front of the Silence of the Lambs.
Honestly.
I thought you were opening the fridge every 2 minutes.
You know, you stood in the fridge with no clothes on, just like this.
Superman.
Just like I came here 5 minutes ago, and if I come again in 5 minutes, I'm expected to be food. There's never no food, bro.
Yeah.
Just go and get crackers and put butter on them and eat them and go to bed, bro. It happens like that sometimes, man. There's nothing in the fridge, innit? So. Are you helping this year for Christmas, H?
No, not this year.
Okay, cool.
You already decided?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
I like you decided early, innit?
Yeah, no.
You decided like March. Hey, if you fail to prepare, you know there was. So, but yeah, and I'm happy we've obviously touched on Nancy Reagan being a throat goat and on our opinions and about obviously relationships and stuff.